All right, hello, and welcome. Today we are going to be covering the most important part of any digital product business, and that is the traffic, in particular the ads, getting people to actually go to your website, give you money, and that's awesome. That's the whole point, right? So first we have to connect Go High Level and Facebook. We have to set up the conversion tracking with Go High Level. I'll show you how to do that in a second. Build super good image ads with AI that prints stacks. Write the copy that gets the click. Set up the campaign, launch the ads. There's one thing I forgot to add. That's going to be plug the free school group. I'll go ahead and do that one right now. So we do have a school group. It is free. The link is in the description. We do weekly coaching calls completely for free. So if you have any questions, hop on there, ask your questions. We have the discussion, the series, value, call recordings, questions, all the good stuff here. So 122 people in here so far. So hop in here, ask your questions, shoot me a DM, talk to everybody. And all that being said, let's go ahead and hop into it. So let's head over to Go High Level. The first thing we need to do is to go over to automations, and we're going to create a workflow. So here in create workflow, let's just go to start from scratch here, and we'll start building out our workflow. So let's just hit add new trigger, and let's do payment received, and just save trigger. Now we're going to select the Meta Conversions API. So basically what this is going to do is every time you receive a payment, it's going to trigger this workflow, and it's going to send that information back to Facebook. So you're going to want to select the integration. Funnel event is good. And then we need an access token and a dataset ID. So for this, we have to go over to our ad account. So this is just a ad account that I created for this specific series here. And go ahead and create a pixel. If you don't know how to do that, it's pretty simple. Just hit, there should be a create button right here. Here's another one here. Just create a pixel. And then we're going to want to scroll down. Once you've done that, just scroll down to access token. Here we go, generate access token. So let's generate an access token for this pixel. And let's copy that. And let's take that over, where were we? Here we go. And let's put that in there. And then we need the dataset ID. And that is going to be right here. So let's copy that. And this is going to go in here. And Facebook event name, you're going to want to change this to purchase. So whenever you receive money, it shows up as a purchase inside of Facebook. And the value, you want to use the dynamic, which is payment received, and you just do total amount or payment total amount. And what this is going to do, it's going to send that payment, the total amount, the person who did it, everything back to Facebook whenever someone makes a purchase. So let's just name this Facebook attribution. There we go. And hit publish and save. Now, what this should do is send all this information back to all the information of the person that bought the product back to Facebook. And that should be it. Yeah, I think that should be it for this one. So now let's actually, let's go back here, because there is one other piece. While you're setting up your pixel, it's going to ask you to install a snippet, like a code on your website, which I actually already done when I was creating that pixel. When I was creating the pixel, it's going to be this right here. And you're going to, again, you're going to get it when you create the pixel here. Facebook is going to give it to you. And you just drop this right here in the head tracking code in the little settings tab, and this is going to install it over your entire funnel. So that is essentially it. Now let us create the actual ads for it. So let's go here, and for this, I'm going to use this image ad prompt that's inside of the school group, but I actually have it opened up here already. So let me open up a new Claude tab. Give me just a second here. Let's see, where were we? Okay. There we go. All right, so here's our Claude, and we're going to drop this prompt into it. And we're going to change this blank right here. Info product that helps people go from 500 elo to 1,000 in chess in 90 days. It is an ebook. All right, and then we need the landing page URL. So it's gonna be this right here. And let's drop this in here. And let's just send it. So basically what this prompt does is it handles your market research and it finds you your top 3 avatars and 4 unique concepts per avatar, so that we have 12 prompts in total. And it's basically going to spit back image ad prompts that we will then turn around and feed to ChatGPT to actually create the images for us. So I have another tab here with ChatGPT open, and let's just give this a second. Let's see here. Okay, the dominant complaint is not on chess. Okay. Okay, so here's the 3 different types of people that we're going to be targeting. One is the plateau grinder, the embarrassed parent, the returner, and just give it a second here. All right, so now here are our actual prompts that we're going to use to create the image ad. So let's just copy this and just paste that into ChatGPT. And again, this original prompt here, it also has all the Andromeda specs in it, all the Andromeda best practices or the meta best practices, and it has all the links for everything here. So again, this is, I have a copy of it here, but it's also linked inside of the free school group there. Now, when ChatGPT is creating this, let's just duplicate this tab, open a new chat, and let's grab our second prompt. So we can create multiple side by side here. Let's grab this one and let's just repeat the process. Uh-oh, wrong one. Okay, open a new chat. We can move this over here. Okay. All right, let's give that a second to cook up. Now, the reason I prefer image ads, especially for testing, is that they are super simple to make. AI does a really good job with them. And it also allows you to see what avatar, what angle, what concept works for your specific niche. And then from there, once we find a specific style and type of ad that works, we can then go on up to video ads and start really printing the paper. All right, let's go ahead and paste all these in, like halfway through. Let me just lock in quick. Okay. That one, prompt 7, duplicate, chat, send that. Okay, number 8. And these should all have a distinct style, and they should all be different, and obviously follow all the best practices for meta. Okay, one's done, number 9. Got a few more here. Prompt number 10. Probably go back to this one, should be done. Okay, number 11. This one, and one more. There we go. All right, so now it has generated a handful of them here. So we are done with this, and let's go through and look at a few of these. So here's one. You'd miss this in a real game. One's okay. It's not great. Let's see what else we got here. I did puzzles for a year and still blundered every game. Okay, so this is a testimonial style. It's really good. 1,600 games, still 500. I wasn't done, I just kept taking pieces. Chess.com, yeah, he's got chess.com open. That's actually super good. Let's see, do we have any more? Yep, here's some more. And so you can see they all have, and here's another one. Okay, this is actually really good. So this is targeting the parent that can't beat their kid, that's a brilliant angle. And that is just not even, that's not even right. Those moves are illegal for the knight. Try again. All right, so we're gonna make it redo that one. But in the meantime, now let's go ahead and download all of these. And that's also not a legal move. Let's just have it not do the board. Can you recreate that, but without the chessboard? The chessboard. Just do an infographic style. Okay. Now let's go ahead and download the rest of these. We can download this one. Download. And let's grab these. Get this one. Let's get that one. And let's do this one as well. Is there any more here? No, that's the only one there. Close that tab. Let's do this one and this one. Let's see, is this the only? Yes, it's the only one in this chat. We're done with that one. Okay, that's still an illegal move. Change this one. Be an infographic. No chessboard. Because the problem here is it's creating the ad and everything correctly, but if you know anything about chess, you know this is not a legal move. So this picture just doesn't make any sense. So let's just let that cook up. Let's do this one. Very good. There we go. There we go. And come back 20 years. All right. Download that one. And let's see here. Okay, so this one's still working. That one's not great. Here we go. Nice. That'll do. Let's download that one. Let's see, can we unpin this? There we go. And unpin this, get rid of that. All right, now let's take a look at these. Is this the, because there's a few here. Light port, there we go, much better. All right, so now let's head back over here to Facebook and let's go to campaigns. Now we need to actually upload these and start sending traffic to the actual landing page. So just create a new sales campaign. This one was already in here. And for the settings on this, buying type auction is good. Our objective is going to be sales. Obviously, you want this switched off. Campaign budget. Now, this is what's going to vary quite a lot for everybody. You can start with as little as $25 a day, up to, or even $10 a day, all the way up to however much, right? Like hundreds or even thousands a day if you prefer that. Just keep in mind, the smaller your budget is, it'll just take longer to get results. So think of it like a fishing net, right? So a $5 fishing net can only catch a small amount of fish. But if you have like a super big net, you can catch a lot of fish way faster, if that makes sense. And the more data that you give Facebook, the faster it learns and the better that it gets. So just keep that in mind. Like the smaller your budget, it still works over time. It'll just take longer to get results. That said, there's also the other end of that, which is like if say I were to put this at 1,000 a day, it would get like, it wouldn't be very efficient at all, and it would burn a ton of money without getting many sales, especially not profitably, because it's still trying to learn. It still needs to figure out who to show these ads to, and it needs to, just attribute properly. So anyway, all that being said, long story short, you can put this anywhere from $5 a day all the way up to 100, just whatever your comfort level is. The only thing that it will change is just the amount of time it'll take to get results. For me, I'm just going to put it at $100 a day. And going on down, everything else looks good. Now let's go to the ad set. For this, the conversion location is going to be website. So just select website from the dropdown and maximize number of conversions. And for the data set, just select your pixel that you created. Mine is a big boy pixel. And for the conversion event, you're just going to select purchase. And you'll notice how all these are grayed out here. That just means Facebook hasn't received any conversion events. Like it hasn't recorded any purchases because we just set it up. So that's why it's giving you this warning here. It's just because it hasn't seen any purchases come through. But that's standard. That's expected. Just that doesn't matter. In other words, going on down for locations, I like to do the United States and the United Kingdom, Australia, and Canada. All right, let's move on down here. Everything else, you just leave it as is. So as far as targeting, you don't want to do any targeting, just leave it all broad. Facebook knows a lot more who to show this ad to than you or I ever could. So just go to next. Now, for Facebook page and Instagram profile, typically I would, create a dedicated Facebook and Instagram profile to connect to this for whatever your info product is. But just for the sake of the series, I'm just going to use my own Facebook page and the Obsidius AI Instagram. And let's scroll on down here. So here, website URL. So this is where we need to put this URL. So let's grab that. And we don't need that. Let's drop this in here. All right. Now here in Setup Creative, we're going to select Image Ad. And we're just going to select all those images that we just downloaded. So drop those in there. And there we go. Give them a second. They will pop in here. All right. So now I like to do about three of the most similar ones in each one. Let's see here. Manual upload, more settings, schedule. Okay. All right, let's just do like this. So just select your image. Under creative setup, this is all okay. Promo codes, leave that off. This, it's kind of a newer thing. I have tested it a bit. The apply branding hasn't worked too well, just from my experience so far, so I'm just going to leave that off. Let's go to next. All right, original. All right, let's see what it looks like in the 1x1. Original. Yeah, let's just leave those as original. And primary text. So now let's go over to Claude and say, all right, now I need 5 primary text, 5 headlines, and 5 descriptions for the images that is created. They should work across all the images. and be interchangeable. Okay. All right, now let's grab these text here and we'll drop them in. All right, so here is the first one. This is a primary text. This is going to go right here in the primary text section. And let's just hit add option. And we're going to add the rest of these in there as well. So okay, from here to here. All right, from here to here. And let's grab this one as well. All right. All right, there we go. And let's drop this one in here. Now we have to do the same thing with the headlines. So here's the first one. Grab that. Drop that in. Oh, that's all of them. Okay, here. So we have to get rid of that. Okay. All right. Add that in. Get rid of that. Okay. Let's get rid of these. All right, and we got two more. And let's add in our last one. All right, now let's add in our descriptions quick. Let's see, number one. All right, add another. The second one here. Okay, let's drop that one in. Add a few more, say 27, keep the boat. Okay, drop this in here. And here we go. Oh, there we go. All right, nice. All right, now for the call to action button, see details is fine. Learn more is also okay. We're just gonna select learn more and hit next. Now here under image generation, just select all the ones that look decent. So refined, original style. Okay, we can select this one. We can select this one. This one. A lot of these look okay. That one obviously doesn't make any sense. Okay. This one looks good. Okay, then I need to. Okay. So now we took that one creative and we have 11 more just from that single one, which is great. So now we have all these variations. So when it's all said and done, we'll have should be closer to 100 actual ads. Let's see. So we can, we can do that. Add overlays, visual touch up, music, animation, all this is okay. Text improvements, that's okay. Now translations, this is a new feature that Facebook just came out with where they will essentially translate your ads to different languages. I would definitely keep this off. The reason is because let's say somebody that speaks Spanish sees your ad, Meta's going to translate it to Spanish, but then they click the ad and they go to your landing page and it's all in English, and they're not going to be able to understand it. So it's just not a great idea unless you have an actual fully translated funnel. Okay, so this all looks good. Learn more, CTA. All right, so now what we're going to do is we can just name this UGC style. Actually, let's do parent loser, the loser parent. How about we do that? The loser parent. Nice. All right. Now let's just use quick duplicate, and we're just going to go through and swap out the image, this image for the next one. So let's just hit edit. Oh, wrong one. Here we go. Edit media. And just select the next one. Hit next. Everything should be already in there. Oh, wait, hold on. What's that? Okay, this is very not correct. Let's get rid of that one. Okay. All right, there we go. There we go. These all look okay. Okay, let's select these. So okay, we'll do this one, this one. Okay, not that one. All right, so now we have 13 variations of this one. And enhancements, this should also be okay from the last one. And all that is off, good. Now we have to go back to the, let's change this one to just UGC style. And this one, there was that main text that was messed up. Let's see, edit media, go next, 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 text, this one right here. So let's just get rid of this. There we go. And next, next, done. All right, cool. Now we're just going to go through here and just do the same thing and just swap out the media, swap out, let's see, this one was next. So let's do that one. All this text is fine. All right, now let's give it a second, see if it can generate some more images here. Sometimes it'll, okay, so that one's good. That one's not so good. This one's good, this one's good. You just want to go through here and pick out the ones that look good and that make sense. That one's okay. This one's good, this one's good. That one's a little strange. Okay, that one's too dark. Okay, we got 8 from this one, so now we have 9 total creatives in there. Next, and done. This one is the before and after style. And it doesn't really matter what you name it, just as long as you kind of know which one is which. All right, let's go back down and select the next one. Wait, let's see. Let's take a look at this one. Okay, that'll do. Next, next, next. All right, and I have a feeling these are probably not going to be great just because AI, sometimes it's a hard time pointing out legal moves. Okay. That one's not great. This one, do without a shirt on. Nice. That one doesn't make any sense. That one doesn't really make any sense. And yeah, that just doesn't make any sense. Okay, yeah, we only got a few variations that were okay. Yeah, see, it's messing up the text here because AI kind of has a hard time, especially with chess for some reason. You'd think it'd be incredible at chess, but it's actually supremely terrible for some reason. And let's see, edit media, select the next one. All right, so this is our UGC style here. For this, we're going to want to keep it original. All right, so this one will probably be a little better. All right, still 500, okay. All these variations are good. Let's do this one. This one's good. Yeah, these look washed out. Okay, that one's good. This one's good. This one's good. This one's good. This one doesn't make any sense. Okay, I think that'll do. All right, so we're what, like halfway through here? I'm just go through and swap out the rest of these quick. Here's the next. I'm actually going to skip this one because it's not a legal move. If you know anything about chess, it's just not a legal move. So I'm not going to do that one. Crop. Actually, let's go back. This. Yeah, you want to leave these on original because if you like this, for example, it's going to cut off half the text. So let's. You can actually leave that on. Next, next. All right. That just doesn't make sense. This one's okay. This one's okay. This one's okay. That one's good. That one's good. Okay, cool. All right, next, next, done. And you notice I'm not changing the names here. I can go back later and do that. And let's see this one here. Skip through here. This is actually very similar to the last one. So with Andromeda, or the new Facebook algorithm, the way it works is it basically takes all of your ads that are similar and it groups them into one. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. And that's all it serves it. So that's why we need like a big variety. Like our ads need to be different from each other and not just like you just change a background and this is a new ad now. Like they need to actually have some real changes made between them. Otherwise, Facebook will just see it as one ad, and you won't make as many fat stacks with that. So let's finish out here. Okay, this one here. I think we got a couple more. All right, pinning the piece. Okay. This one's good. This one's good. This one's good. That one's good. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay. That'll do. Next and done. All right, so I think we have one more. Yep, all right, this is the last one. So after we get through here, actually, let's go back. I'm gonna publish this campaign, and next week I will be back with an update on how it went. I don't expect it to be profitable, but I would expect to make some sales at least. Typically, to go from just making sales to actually being profitable are two completely different things. And we'll get into all of that next week. But essentially, what we're looking for is to try a bunch of different styles of ads here to see what style works best, what messaging works best, and from there we can build more of the same. So this first phase is really just us testing the ads, testing the sales page, and whatnot. So let's just go ahead and publish these. Okay, I haven't hooked up a credit card to this yet, so let me do that real quick, and I'll be right back. All right, so I've hooked up the bank account to that, and I am publishing the ads right now. So that is essentially it. Now, a couple things that we're going to want to change here. Let's go to customize columns, and we can uncheck. Actually, we're going to want that, and cost per result and results. And we don't need this. We don't need this. We don't, we kind of want that one. Schedule, we don't need schedule, we don't need this. We don't need a lot of this stuff. So quality ranking, engagement, conversion rate, ad set name. Okay, we can leave that. Cost per result and results, okay. And then let's add CPM. Let's add CTR. And let's add CPC. All right, cost per, see all. Okay. All right, and that is essentially it. And now we wait. So these sometimes on a new ad account, sometimes it takes a little longer than other times to actually get them through the processing and approval stage, and then they will go live. And from there, we will see how they do. So we're gonna want to let this run for at least 3 to 5 days. I would say the longer the better, like upwards of 5 days. And I fully expect to lose money for the first week or so. But that's just because we need the algorithm needs to figure out who to show these ads to, what sort of ads work best. Once we figure out what sort of ads work best, we can make more like them. We can start making videos. We'll start split testing the landing page as well, and we'll just kind of go from there. But the next thing to do is just to let these sit here and cook. So that is it for this week. Next week we will be back with an update, and again, there's a link down below to the free school group if you're interested in this sort of thing. Here's a little sneak peek inside. This is my favorite gift, just money. But yeah, we're doing group coaching calls. So every week for completely free, you can hop on, ask your questions. We'll walk through it. We'll build some stuff out together. But that is it for this one. We'll catch you in the next.